हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक यूट्यूब फैमिली, वेलकम टू अनदर वीडियो। और आज हम फिक्स करेंगे हाउ टू जंप इनटू द हैंडस्टैंड। Now, as a handstand practitioner, this is something that I have managed or struggled a lot in my earlier days, and it's been quite few years I'm teaching handstand, and this is one of the most common problem that I see in beginners when they start their practice. Now, if you're a beginner and ready to go into the handstand, this is probably what you're doing right now. You can simply just walk into your wall. I don't have the wall, so I'm going to use the pole. You can definitely use the wall, it's much safer. So this is what you can do. You can simply walk into the handstand and have a first hand experience of how it feels like to be upside down. Once you start feeling good, you learn to walk close to the wall. The goal is definitely to touch your nose and find a slip line. Now, as a beginner, this is very challenging. I know you must be saying, okay, this is so easy for you to walk onto it and start, comfortably talking about it. But trust me, in today's class, I'm going to show you some basic drills, what to do, what not to do, and what are the drills that you can do in order to reach there and find your first jump into the handstand, which exactly looks like this. So once you start feeling comfortable going nose towards the wall, this is what I want you to learn in this class. So hands a little closer to the wall, kick, one leg on the wall, and find your center. You can eventually learn to find your balance as well. Welcome back, guys. So this is how we're gonna start. First, we're gonna start with a little warm up. So press your toes, lift your heels up, and warm up those calf muscles. Now I want you to understand this game. These are not the muscles that eventually help you go into the handstand, but it's very important for you to have the support of these muscles. Now, so many people when they go into the handstand or jump into it, they mostly think about the toes. But what they rather miss is you have to think about the hip. Well, I'm going to show you some drills to eventually figure it out. Alright, after 10 to 12, come down on the floor. We go for some hamstring stretch. Inhale, exhale. Spine straight, exhale. Keep opening your butt cheek. Make sure you have your spine straight and your stretches coming from the tailbone. Inhale. One last. Exhale. If you want to do some more stretch for your hamstring, feel free to do so. For me, this is quite good enough. Now, two important things that we need to practice before we start practicing actually the jump into the handstand is first the contraction part. It is very important for you to learn how to keep your legs straight while jumping into the handstand, because more often or not, when we practice as a beginner, we don't know what to do with the legs and we simply jump off the floor like this. And this is what it happens. If this is happening to you, I can completely relate this, because I myself was doing this some years ago, and today in every class when I teach any beginner, this is what the experience is. And you don't believe, within the first class, they are able to jump from here to here. So we're gonna fix this for you as well. Alright, come down. So as I was talking about the contraction, this is the thing. So you're gonna point your toes, engage your quad muscles. You should feel these muscles is engaged. You should also feel this quad muscles are engaged. You keep your hand next to your leg, next to your knees, and contract. When you contract, you're gonna feel a little your core as well. If this is hard, you can keep your hands behind and do this. 10 to 15 swings each way. Now, in this video, whenever I say contraction, this is what I'm meaning. Okay? So you're gonna remember the terminology, because it is gonna help you make the most out of the practice. Okay? So this is contraction. The second thing that we need to learn is called momentum. So whenever we move, we create an energy, and which is called a momentum. So we need to learn to understand the concept first theoretically, And then we need to learn how to apply this concept into our kick, which will eventually help us find the balance in our handstand. Okay, so the second term is called momentum. Now watch it. First I go to my downward dog. Now this is your downward dog. I want you to press again, a little stretch for your hamstring. Alright, now as you remember, we talked about the contraction, we also did a stretch there as well. I want you to keep your head inside, point your toes, and my only nail of the thumb is resting the floor. It's the thumbnail, the real thumbnail, okay? So head inside, look towards your thumb here, and keep your leg contracted, that means muscles are engaged, and you create your momentum kicking upward like this. I want you to go straight and not open your toes like this in order to reach height, okay? So I want your hip muscles, hip flexors to be internally activated, okay? Don't open your hip like this. So stay here and let's aim for 10 kicks. Keep looking at your toes inside. This can be little challenging. You can also do 5-5 2 rounds. Then relax. We take a small break, rotate our wrist. It's very important as a beginner that we understand how important it is to have breaks in between. At the same time, make sure we are completely relaxed in terms of our breathing, in terms of our emotion, thought process, at the same time muscles. Okay, so everything needs to be really relaxed before you go into the handstand. It's very important to have a good practice. Alright, let's go to the other side. Downward dog. Pressing, point your toes, contraction, kick it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. One important thing as a beginner is also to record your videos. Now as you can see what I am doing and how do I look when I am doing the downward dog leg raises. Record yourself too and compare if your legs are straight and kicking with the same speed and the swing or not. Are you able to align contraction and momentum in one single drill or not? Okay, so this is contraction, keeping the legs straight. Momentum is this, swinging it. It's very important for you to learn this at this stage, otherwise it's going to be more challenging moving forward. If you do this one right, you're ready for the next step. Alright, we take a small break and then we take the next exercise. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the prerequisite. That means if you can do this, the last exercise, which is called downward dog leg raises, the way that I am doing it, you're ready for the next step. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you some stretches which are going to help you learn the downward dog leg raises right. Before you learn the downward dog leg raises right, doing anything which I'm going to teach you in the next 5 minutes, it's not going to make sense, and it can also open for you to fall flat on the floor. So really take it easy moving forward and wait for the stretches which I'm going to show you towards the end of the class. Alright, now those who can do it really nice, this is how you're going to go for it. So you go for downward dog again here. Now as you can see, my body weight is towards my lower body, as I can feel the stretch in my hamstring because there is too much weight on the leg. In handstand I don't want that. I want my body weight to be on my hands. So I'm on my toes walking towards the hand. Now what I'm really doing is I'm bringing my hip over the shoulder, which is eventually what I want in my hamstring as well, right? People, those who fail to jump nicely or correctly, they are basically doing this. They are doing downward dog and they're jumping like this. They're jumping like this, which is not the right way. Why? Because the hip needs to travel too much. Also there is too much body weight on your lower body. We need to make sure before we jump our stance is right? Stance is very important. So let's fix the stance first. Downward dog again. Walk on your toes. As I'm walking on my toes, my core is engaged, which is again very important for the balance part. So I'm walking here, core engaged. My goal is to
bring my hip as much as I can over the shoulder. From here I'm going to open one leg and go for a small jump. Like this. Small jump. Like this. Aim for 5. Small jump. The goal is to eventually learn to do it without the jump. So it's very important for us to
Find the exact stance. Now to reach here, I know some of the things might feel very challenging because we don't have enough hamstring flexibility. Also, we don't have enough core engagement. Also, we don't have enough shoulder mobility and the shoulder strength, and we start to lean forward. So these are some of the things. If you're struggling through this, give me a comment. I'll make a special video in order to improve these sections of your handstand. Handstand is a journey. So there are so many elements, I cannot cover it in one video, but if you will just give me what you want to learn next, I'll cover in the next videos. Alright guys, let's go to the other leg.
downward dog again. Walk on one leg. This time I'm going to do with the other leg. And again the goal is to go for a smallest jump possible. I'm not looking to find my handstand balance yet. I just want to see if my leg is reaching 90 degree or not. If your leg is reaching 90 degree,
you're ready for the next level. Welcome back guys, this is the last section of the class, which is using the wall or the pole to see if we are reaching 90 degree or more or not. This is something called a Caesar handstand, in which our first leg reaches more than the 90 degree, approximately 100 degrees. The second leg is 80 degree, and that's when you find your balance. Let me show you how you do it, and then I'm going to guide you step by step
how you can do it yourself as well. You go up one leg, second leg up, slowly find your center. Here, you can also switch your leg. Like this. Alright?
Let's learn this one out. First, you're going to find the right distance for the hand, right? So, what I believe is one arm. Can you come close? So this is the wall. One arm is probably the right fit. If you think your jump is good, you can probably aim for 2 arms. Okay? But for today's class, I'm going to keep it easy. So I'm going to keep it 1 palm distance, right? This is how you're going to measure it. Keep your hands here in line with your thumb. Here. So this is my spot. Again, I'm going to go downward dog. Walking up. On my toes. Core engage. Straight jump. Up.
It's okay if you don't reach it in one go. The goal is to make sure the form is correct and you're doing just a little more momentum. So the contraction is more important. Don't lose your contraction. Momentum is something that we can work on eventually, one jump at a time. Alright, find your jump, come back. Again, find your jump, reach. Now as you can see, I'm only resting my one leg. That means
you have to learn how much energy you need to throw in order to reach the wall. If you're jumping too much, you might find yourself overbalancing. That's when the fear of falling comes in, right? You don't know if you're overthrowing yourself. So you have to learn how much to show, how much to throw in order to reach the wall. If your feather touch, when you're landing on the wall, if your feather touch, I think you got that right. And you just need to practice more and more of the same rep. Quality reps is always more important than the quantity of reps. Alright guys, now I'm going to give you one last thing. If you have a spotter or a partner or a teacher to whom you want to practice your handstand, one last drill with the spotter. Welcome back guys, so this is the last spot and I'm going to share with Shivani how you can spot your handstand with the partner. So she's going to go into the downward dog, what we have learned so far. Walk, wait, not to hurry. First, walk into the hands, make sure the weight is on the hand, shoulders are in line, core engage. Now you're going to open one leg, don't jump here. Now the spotter needs to keep the hand in line with the shoulder. Also need to make sure that the body position is like this. Otherwise this leg can also hit to my face. So you have to make sure the spotter is also seen, right? If you're learning and just practicing, make sure everything is in a line. Alright, once you reach there, now go swing. Chota swing. That's it. Now you might not be able to reach here and keep the leg straight, but this is what you're going to practice. The spotter will play the major role because he's going to guide what you're lacking right now. So let's say if you're doing under balance. Under balance is when the leg is not reaching 90 degree, right? Over balance, boom, when the leg is hitting too hard on my hand, right? So we have to avoid under balance and over balance. In any case, I am not helping her. She is learning all by herself. I am just guiding. Okay. Once she knows how to jump, this is how it's gonna look. Soft. One more time. It's okay. Keep it really relaxed. Go for it. One more. See, I am not helping. She's reaching 90 degree, but still I am not helping. I want her leg to reach. Now the leg is reaching the hand. Toes point. I want her to find her straight line. Core engage. Butt out, butt out, butt out. Very good. Toes point. Very good. Nice. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit down. Relax. That's it from today's class, dosto. I hope you guys had a good practice, learned something new, fix your issues in this class. If you still have doubts or any queries regarding this particular class or anything that you want to learn about handstand, do write me in the comment section and I will try to cover in the next class. आज के क्लास के लिए इतना ही दोस्तों. I hope you guys enjoyed today's practice. Bye bye from this side and I will see you in the next one.